What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the training. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how you can increase your views with SEO. So if you don't know what SEO is, it's search engine optimization. Whenever you go to YouTube or whenever you go to Google and you search for something, you usually see they actually give you suggestions. So if you're like how to change a tire, for example, that's SEO. So the websites that have the best content around changing a tire, or the channels that have the best content around how to change a tire, they will rank on the first page of YouTube or the first page of Google. So with Google, it used to be blogs, right? So whoever had the best content on their website, the best blogs, they'll rank because they're putting out keywords. So that's search engine optimization. You're optimizing your website, you're optimizing your YouTube channel for search. So when people search certain keywords, you want your channel to show up on the homepage. So what I do whenever I acquire a channel is I go through and I fix that, because most people don't even know what SEO is or metadata. And metadata is just how your channel communicates with YouTube. So like, for example, your titles, people talk about tags, that's metadata. Like that's letting YouTube know that your channel is about cars, for example. So whenever I acquire a channel, I always go through and I figure out what are the best keywords to rank for, and then I update the SEO metadata for the channel. So this is going to be a 2 or 3 part video. So in the first part, we're going to talk about seed keywords. So you want to start looking at YouTube as like a real estate company, and you want to start looking at YouTube as a whole as just digital land. Just everything on YouTube, all these channels are digital real estate, and keywords are land. It's like raw land. And so on YouTube, there's 3 main places that your videos can be shown. There's 3 prime real estate areas. Number 1 is browse. This is YouTube's homepage. We talked about this in the previous training. Number 2 is suggested. So whenever you put in certain content or watch certain content, YouTube will suggest you watch other content. So that's just suggested. I call it the magazine rack. If you ever used to go to a bookstore and you see magazines about cars, guess what? There's going to be 20, 30, 40 other magazines about cars. So they're all similar. They're all suggested. Search is the 3rd place. So this is what we're going to be discussing here, is optimizing your channel for search, so that anytime people search certain keywords, your channel, your video shows up on the first page of YouTube. Now, seed keywords are keywords that your channel are built around. So usually there's like 5 to 10 of them. Keywords, once again, are like raw land. So you want to look for untapped keywords. We look for keywords that have high search volume with low competition. And the way you figure that out is there's 2 ways. You can either drive for dollars, or you can go to vidIQ. We do both. So I'll talk about the driving for dollars method, and I'll also talk about how we use vidIQ. We use AI, we use the software to help us find high search keywords with low competition. If they have high competition, sometimes it's okay, right? Because you can also sub niche, right? So if cars, for example, is one of your keywords, that's going to have a lot of competition. But you can also do sports cars or exotic cars, and then you can kind of scope down that way. So we're going to go back to our sheet here, our comparable sheet, and you should always have this with you, because you should always have an eye on the market. You should always understand what channels are popping up in your market, what channels are doing in your market, and who you're competing with. So the way that we found all these channels was we used the suggested method that I talked about. You can also use browse. We talked about browse, where you just log into your YouTube with the channel that you're buying. And then YouTube will actually show you some of those channels on the homepage. So that's browse. The second way is suggested, which means we can go to these channels, look at the top view videos with the highest views, so 1 million plus, and then we can take those titles, paste them into YouTube, and then they'll give us other channels. So that's what I did here. So you're also going to get another sheet I'm going to introduce you to, which is the viral content planner. Usually I don't introduce people to this until later, because this is how you plan out your content, but you're going to need this now, because we want to organize, we want to start finding other channels in our niche based off titles. So what I did here was I started with the first channel on my list. You can see here, scary interesting. So I went to the channel, and I found their most viral videos. 1 million views are up. Now, viral is 100,000 views or more, but if you go by 100,000 views or more, it's going to take you forever to do this. So I start with 1 million up, because I want to know, why did this video get 1 million plus views? What did it do? What was the idea behind the video? What was the title? What was the thumbnail? And then I want to break the video down from voiceover, script, etc. So I got the titles to these videos here. And then I went and I did the same thing for another channel. Now, if you notice, some of these channels are bold and some of them aren't. The ones that are bold are videos that I actually use. When I go to the channels and look through them, if they don't have the type of content I'm looking for, or they're not like pushing out content, relevant content, I don't use them. So what I do is I like to look for content that's relevant that I actually want to put out that's similar to my channel, and that'll help you too. You don't always have to use all of these channels. It's just good to have them there so you can see people from different angles. Remember, the key to YouTube is niche, format, execution. So my niche is disaster, my format is explainer, and execution, I'm figuring that out as I go look through other channels and see what they're doing. Some are executing, they're doing airplane crashes. Some are doing hiking disasters. Some are doing diving disasters, caving disasters. So I would want to execute in a different way. Maybe I do like skating disasters or something like that, for example, snowboarding disasters. So I want to find another way to execute. That is the key to being able to beat your competition, is figure out what they're doing well, but then go find another lane. Don't even compete with them. All right, so that's suggested. Now, what I'm going to do is, once you have this list filled out, it may take you a while, right? Once you have this list filled out, you're going to make sure that you take these titles, you're going to paste them into YouTube, and you're going to see if you can find some more channels that you didn't pick up yet. So Missing Files is not, of course, a disaster channel, so I wouldn't put that. But you're going to just look through and do some more research. Just make sure that you got all your channels out. Now, these would be considered indirect competitors. So like Top Discovery, I'll open this up, the Squeeze Lemon. These are what you call indirect competitors. They're not competing with you directly because they're not doing like cave disasters or disasters at all. They're just doing compilations. They're doing everything. Top Discovery, they can do any type of content they want to do. If you look at their content, 15 real life giants that exist today. Like, they're doing like the most randomest content. This is what we call trend channels or browse channels, because they optimize their videos just to be on the homepage of YouTube. No one's really like searching this stuff, but they're optimizing their stuff to be just on YouTube. So there's always going to be an up and down because they're riding trends, they're riding waves. So these channels make a lot of money, but they're also a lot of work because you have to keep your eyes on them. So these channels we could add to our list because maybe we want to do end screens in the future or get some type of promotion from them in the future, but they're not direct competitors, so I don't have to put them down right now. I can come back to them. All right, so it looks like we don't have looks like there's no new videos, no new channels that came up. I already have Mr. Terror. Let's see here. I didn't see this one. Maybe we have another channel that wasn't on there. 2 years ago. So they're not really making any content, so they're not really relevant anymore. Lighthouse Horror. I didn't know anything about this channel. This is a new one. Oh, so this isn't Faceless, so never mind. They're not Faceless. So I'm not going to do all this. Let's see what lurks beneath. So I'm not going to do the full thing on this video, but I just want you guys, that's not Faceless. I just want you guys to understand, like, what I'm doing here is I'm going through every video and I'm pasting it into YouTube, and I'm looking for other channels that I didn't spot the first time. So that's the suggested method. Finding proven titles, pasting them into YouTube, and then you're adding them to your viral content planner, and you're also going to add them to your comparables if you find new channels. So that's part one of this. Now, in the second part, I'm going to be showing you how we update the SEO and metadata for the channel, how we find the keywords. So you're going to need a software called vidIQ. So I'm going to introduce you to vidIQ, and we're going to be talking about high search volume, low competition keywords, how you find those, and then how you audience build. So how do you build an audience based off keywords, and then how do you update your SEO metadata? How do you actually rank your videos? So I'm going to give you the proven process that I do to do that. So I'll see you guys in part 2 of this video.